Now, see, there are many tropes I hate in fiction. I hate many things in fiction. There are many tropes that just piss me off, and most of them are Isekai tropes. See, I used to be an Isekai person back in the day, but when you eat enough of slop, it gives you a stomachache. Number one on the list of tropes I hate is a character that gets sent to a world you're already familiar with. You know, when a character gets isekai to a game or into a novel that they have already 100% completed, it takes out of the world building for me. And number two is a harem. I can never get invested in characters that only exist to be a love interest. It takes out of their character for me. Now imagine my absolute disgust when this manhwa was recommended to me. The Extra Academy Survivor Guide is a manhwa that has all of these elements and yet is still peak fiction. The story begins with the protagonist Ed. I can't really pronounce his last name, so I'll just put it up on the screen. The story begins with Ed getting disowned by his family for number one, using foul language in the presence of the princess on a daily basis. Number two, wrongfully tampering with the entrance exam of the academy. And three, for bringing shame to his family's name. The thing is, the protagonist isn't Ed. He just transmigrated into Ed's body. Apparently, this whole world is a game called Sylvena's Failed Swordmaster. It follows Taily, that's how to say it right, a commoner who on his journey in an academy becomes a sword master. That's the whole premise of the game. Now, in the game, Ed, that's the original Ed, was a villain. He was the first villain in the game, kind of almost a side character, and he was, in one word, a bomb. If he was similar to any other anime character, it would be something like Saint Charlos from One Piece. He had no real power aside from his family's backing. Anyway, the protagonist is now in the driver's seat and he took control in the worst possible moment. He swapped immediately as Ed's life started falling apart. So see, he was kicked out of the dorms but not expelled. So like, the whole island, right, is still technically the school. If you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you know Dual Academy, how that's the whole island. Or like the school is just a part of the island, the rest is just like bush. Yeah, so that's basically how the academy is. And since Ed was kicked out of the dorms, it's only natural that he would assume that he has been expelled and leave the school. Right, the school doesn't really give expulsion notice, it just kicks people out of the dorms and they have nowhere to go. So, they leave the school. But Ed and his 200 IQ, they all decided to, live in the woods, as in just packed all these things from the dorms and moved into the bush. The reason he didn't leave the school is because in the end credits of the game, the original Ed became a beggar. Now that the main character is in Ed's body, he knows that's how you end up anyway if he gets expelled. So his plan is to lay low and keep going to the school till graduation and then get a nice job and live happily ever after. But in the normal fashion of this kind of stories, he intervenes in the plot every now and then when he feels it's unfair for a character to die. I won't really go that deep into the plot because I would like you to read it. See, Ed is weak. Like, in comparison to the average student, he is still weak. His body has very little potential in magic and average potential in archery. So his fighting style mostly consists of him spamming weak spells and spirits and traps. It kind of reminds me of Subaru from ReZero in a sense that he's not really that strong compared to people he surrounds himself by, but he still somehow survives. The story itself isn't really all that fascinating and it's kind of predictable till about chapter 60 for me anyway. But I absolutely love all the characters. Like, every character has their own distinct goal and personalities that give them a nice individuality. Now, you might be thinking this is just basic storytelling. A character should have distinct personalities. Have you read 80% of these webtoons out there? Every character just seems like a cardboard cutout these days. Aside from the characters and their interaction with each other, I also like Ed's unique fighting style. I know I've spoken about this before, but Ed is weak. Like, as he currently in the manhwa, right, he's at his peak of his physical potential. He can't get any stronger, can't get any faster. His MP can't really increase. So he's at his peak in terms of stats. But with his intelligence, in-game knowledge, and allies, he somehow pushed his way into top 20 in the verse. Almost every fight, bro escapes with like 1 HP. to the point that the outsiders, people that don't actually know him, genuinely think that bro is some super prodigy that didn't apply himself until recently. All in all, I'll rate the story a 9 out of 10. If you like this style of content and would like to see more, like and subscribe.